Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Tesla Duda here. And for those of you on the fence about FSD, or those of you with FSD, today's a special day because 12.4.3 is finally going wide. So if you haven't received it yet, you should have it anytime now. And I just wanted to make this video to say a few things. The initial version is a little rough when you first drive with it. But this is my fourth drive, and it couldn't have been better. Always had trouble exiting my gate, no problem now. And of course, this is the first version, the 12.4 series, where it uses the camera to watch your eyes, removing the steering nag, which is so amazing. This was a completely intervention-free drive. I did make a choice up here to tap the pedal at the flashing red light because I had a big truck behind me, and we know how impatient some of those guys can get with EVs in particular, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So that was a choice I made. It wasn't a critical intervention or really an intervention at all, but just rather a comfort choice that I made. As well as once on the freeway, as soon as I get on the freeway, I tap the left turn signal to get out of the slow lane because I was impatient about it. But other than that, look at how it handles these turns. He used to put the turn signals on when going around sharp corners, which was always embarrassing and annoying, like that one right there. Doesn't do that anymore. There is a intersecting road up ahead, comes in at a 45-degree angle. I use my hand motion to mention that it's coming up. It always used to provide phantom braking because we could see their stop sign, which wasn't our stop sign. There it is. Oh, there it goes. And that is no longer an issue. Getting on the freeway is smooth and quick, and it uses the turn signal. Now I want to get out of the slow lane, so you'll see me flick the lever. There we go. Now I'm not touching anything ever again except for the scroll wheel to adjust my maximum speed. But other than that, don't touch the pedals or the wheel for the rest of the drive for any reason. This is really exciting. My first few drives were local, just real short hops, and they all involved some sort of a regression that was really frustrating, like wanting to turn right instead of going straight the way it was supposed to. And that happened on every drive, my first 2 or 3 drives, and I was really skeptical and frustrated. But then I took this drive, and it absolutely blew me away. It was so comfortable. It kept a nice following distance with the cars in front. Anytime it needed to brake, it did it sooner than before, so it was a smoother, more gradual slowdown to a stop, which is way more comfortable. And the acceleration from stop signs or stop lights, still brisk, but not quite that pedal to the metal feeling that so many of us felt with previous versions like 12.3.6 that so many people were stuck on, including myself. So yeah, this was a real eye-opener, and if you were on the fence about subscribing to FSD, I would highly recommend you give this one a try. Don't be frustrated by your first 2 or 3 drives with it. Give it a shot, and I think you will be pleasantly amazed. And of course, it's only going to get better. The one regression that I'm not quite happy with is before, when you had a route, when you were on a route like I am now, you could change that route by tapping on the next turn that's coming up, and then the map would open showing you, I believe, 3 choices or alternate routes that you could take to get to your destination. That is no longer functioning for whatever reason. Hopefully they will fix that in the next point release or the next 12.5 version when they get to that. That's the only thing that is disappointing. Also, the ability to report problems only comes up once in a while. It's not all the time. So anytime you disengage, you may get the option to send a message to Tesla about what happened, or you may not. It depends on what it was. I'm not sure how they determine that, but anyway, those are the 2 things you need to know about 12.4.3. And it did go a little fast. This is a 45-mile-an-hour zone. It got up to 58 with the speed set to max auto. Oops. And that I wasn't crazy about, because if there'd been an officer nearby, it would have been a speeding ticket for sure. But there wasn't. And once we got into the hospital parking lot where the doctor's office is, their building, handled a speed bump very nicely. And then once I got into the parking garage, I took over manually and then used auto park to very quickly and easily park the vehicle, as you will see coming up in just a couple of seconds. So I'm excited about this release. You should be too. I'm even more excited for the coming auto park and summon and banish and all that stuff. It's coming, and the future is now. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.